Welcome to the Clopen Effect, a retail podcast. Thanks for hanging out with us today. I'm your host, Meredith.
And I'm your host, Cass.
Let's have some fun.
But I don't understand why crossing those would matter. Why does it matter?
Well, there's nothing plugged into, if there was nothing plugged into 1 and 2,
it
wouldn't hear us. That's why we could still hear.
Yeah.
We were hearing crickets.
I didn't realize. I thought you just had them flipped on 1 and 2.
No, I put them on 3 and 4. I'm a dumb. Dumb.
Look, I'm looking right at it. Yeah, no, everything looks great on this side.
I was like, oh no,
I should probably watch
mixer.
you. Yeah.
Goodness.
Okay.
Anyways,
hi.
Hi, everybody.
Hi.
We're going to try this recording thing again. Hopefully it can hear us. Hopefully it hears us.
I'm an idiot.
Ugh. No, I am.
We're both idiots.
I wanted to ask you a question.
Yeah.
Make sure I can hear you.
Okay.
In our retail career,
Yeah.
based off of movie titles,
Okay. Oh, shoot.
what would your career be?
Oh, based off of movie titles? Off of movie titles?
I'm going to give you a few examples.
I'm going to say waiting.
Someone posted that. Your neighbor, I think, posted the one that won
that's
the
funny.
cruise, the Lake Geneva cruise.
Adam.
Adam. He posted that, and
Yeah.
I said, that's Cass's favorite. I got a heart for that one.
I love waiting.
Yes, exactly. I was so excited when I saw that.
Just waiting to retire.
Yes.
That's
I forgot I had pajama bottoms on earlier, but I switched them.
That's okay.
I switched them for this.
Or business on top, pajamas on the bottom.
Oh, man. Always. So how about, okay, so I love that.
Why?
We
What's
had
yours?
quite a few people.
What's your movie
post stuff.
title?
Probably Groundhog Day. I do the same thing over and over again.
Yeah, that's a good one too.
Right?
Yeah.
You wake up and you're like, like today, again, I woke up and I was like, yes, Thursday. And then I was like, no, Tuesday.
I kept telling myself tomorrow's Thursday and it's only Wednesday. So we're on the same page
man.
almost.
And I'm kind of getting squished.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to be off here for a little bit. So, so I feel like everything's dropping all at once. And I'm like, how am I going to balance this?
Your movie is Family Vacation.
How about Mission Impossible?
Oh, that's a good one.
Your to-do list is never done in retail.
Yeah.
Right?
I know. I was just having a conversation about, like, you just do what you can do.
Yeah.
Like, they can keep piling on you, but, like, you're only going to get done what you get done,
Yeah.
you know?
How about the Hunger Games? Because every shift feels like a battle for survival.
Yeah.
Julie was just mentioning
And you
that
got
she
the
wanted
elite
to,
as corporate. They're in their fancy outfits, like, oh, District 12.
watching people kill themselves, kill each other. District 12. I'm a mess. This thing is going to, my computer is going to die, the battery. I'm a mess today. How about a series of unfortunate events?
Ooh.
Because, well, retail. It says.
Yeah.
Chat GPT.
Yeah. That's a good one, chat.
Jumanji. It says every day feels like a chaotic adventure you didn't sign up for.
Well, yeah.
I guess when it explains it, it makes a little bit of sense.
Because Jumanji, I'm like, I don't run into too many, like, elephants or anything.
Right.
Wild animals? Maybe.
Which Jumanji did you like?
The first one.
With Robin Williams.
Yeah.
I like the second one maybe with The Rock.
The Rock. Yeah, I think he's in both, isn't he?
Are there
There's
three?
Because the second one is where the kids go into the game. And then the third one is where, like, the retirement folks go into the game.
Oh, okay, so I
Yeah.
like the second one.
Yeah,
I like
yeah.
the second one. Okay.
Yeah.
How about Mad Max Fury Road? Because Black Friday? Or any kind of day that's, like, before the holidays, before the...
I would say,
like
during COVID, like the peak of COVID, it was Mad Max style.
Yeah.
Everybody fighting over stuff and crazy.
All right, so it says... Here are 10 movie-inspired retail career titles, but it's
Okay.
movie-inspired but retail.
Okay.
So The Devil Wears Khakis. Or The Devil Wears Polos.
I like The Devil Wears Polos. A lot of companies have gotten away from the khakis. They allow jeans now. Like, that's supposed to keep our,
Yeah, right.
So excited.
There's not like a word for it. It's just like a flip of your hands.
Yeah, ooh. I feel so special.
How about dude, where's my manager?
Oh my God. What about like, dude, where's my overtime on my paycheck?
Right. Dude, where's my raise?
Dude, where's our pizza party?
Right. Yeah, exactly. Silence of the scanners.
Ew.
Silence of the scammers, I would say.
Scanner. Well, silence of the scanners.
Would be like no beeps.
Yeah, and that's scary.
That's true.
Because that means shit went down and you're using the Kerkunk machine.
That's true.
Like manually adding it up.
And I was thinking like scammers, like you saw today with their cartloads that they were leaving.
God,
Tell everybody about that,
liquor.
please.
I just pulled up to the store, literally threw my car in park, and I hear yelling behind me. And I'm like, what the hell is going on? It's the same guy. I've seen him chase kids out of the store when they were stealing.
My gosh.
And I look the other way. Like, I saw something like flash behind in my mirror, my rear view mirror. And it was a dude running. And they get into like a, what did I say? It was a Range Rover? It was like a Range Rover.
Mm-hmm.
And I hear, then I got to turn my radio down and put the windows down,
because
I'm like,
and get
what
your
are
phone
they
out because you were on the
talking about?
Snapchat.
Yeah. And he's got a cart. It locked up. The wheels locked up.
Yeah.
And it had a handbasket. All I could see was oranges in it. Under the oranges was bottles of liquor.
Oh.
And he was telling some lady, because some lady's like, oh my God, were they running with alcohol? And he's like, they got a whole damn cart of alcohol, They're gone.
So he's LP?
No.
Who is he?
He's just a cashier.
Oh, cashier.
He's a cat. Like, he works like the self-checkout.
Oh, man.
And I was telling the one girl that works in liquor, because she's like, I love him. He's always catching people. I'm like, where we worked, fired. You follow them out the door.
Wow.
Like, it ain't worth it. It's not worth your job. Yeah.
So I'm doing picture, not the same, but another store story today.
Yeah.
I'm doing pictures because we're looking at some cases and stuff in the store. So I'm at a cheese area, and a lovely person is wrapping the cheese and making these boards and stuff.
Yeah.
And she's talking. So I thought she was talking to me.
Oh, I hate that.
Yeah. So I'm answering her. And I feel like she's answering me back, but then it kind of started like not making sense, but I wasn't looking over. I was just being polite because, you just work and talk, right? So I look over. She is not even talking to me.
Oh, my God.
I think she had her earbuds in.
Yes.
And she was talking to somebody, and then she looked at me and she said, oh, can I help you with anything? And I'm like, no. She didn't even hear me.
I'm fine. Don't pay any attention to me.
I was so embarrassed.
Also on the phone.
Yeah, right. I was not. I think I probably answered her for at least a good 5 minutes because I was in that area. And I look over, I'm like, she's not even talking to me.
We've talked about it when those things first came out, and I'd always be like, I'm sorry, what was that? And they're like, I'm on the phone, like all rude. And I'm like, well, I'm sorry, you're talking to air right now. I didn't know.
I know some stores, they're not allowed anymore.
Yeah.
Most people are wearing them, though.
Yeah, I feel like it. Yeah.
Okay, let's see. How about the fast and the frustrated? This reminds me of Obi-Wan Kenobi.
I feel like the Fast and the Furious, like you don't even have to change it. You know what
so
I mean?
True.
Yeah.
So true.
Yeah.
Night at the register. Night at the deli counter.
Night of the never-ending line.
Living dead. There's one on here that says, I don't know if I should say it, because the store only hires 16-year-olds who don't show up, it's no country for old men.
Oh, God.
I don't understand that one. I'm going to say it anyways.
No country for mature people.
Yeah.
It's like so much drama,
True. Oh, I see.
Yeah.
They wouldn't put up with that.
No.
Okay, now I get it. I didn't get that one, but I said it anyways.
Yeah.
How about Titanic? Because your store is sinking, but corporate says everything's fine. We're gonna show up.
I'm so sick of it.
Vacuum the walls and the sidewalks.
Yeah, I hate it so much.
How about escape room? Can't leave until that closing checklist is perfect. Although there's been many checklists that I have not completed.
Yeah, it's the non-escape room.
Yeah,
it's trapped.
You can never escape. How about the Purge Retail Edition?
Yeah.
Ooh, that would be scary
Could
to
you
have Purge
imagine?
for one day. 1 hour
on
would be
Facebook
scary.
forever. It was like, one day a year. It's like retail employee day, And like you should be able to slap any customer you want to. And it's like, oh my God, I would have a whole list.
I would call off. I'd be scared because I'd be the one getting slapped, I bet.
No.
Yeah.
No, we slap a customer, not our manager.
Oh. I thought it was like slap a retail.
Slap anybody. No.
Slap anybody day.
No. It's
just a customer.
It's retail worker appreciation day.
Okay.
Did I say customer appreciation
No,
day?
I'm sure you didn't. I'm sure I just had a very long day and I misunderstood you.
Yeah. It's retail worker appreciation day. So we get to do the slapping.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I almost started crying in the middle of deli today because I must be tired. And again, I'm doing this case stuff.
Yeah.
And my Excel sheet, because I'm in stores on the Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
I'm trying to click on these little boxes and stuff, and it just wouldn't click. So I had to keep restarting, and this project is long.
It already takes you like 5 hours.
Yeah, it's basically 8 hours because by the time you drive to the store, you do it. There's 2 sections of it, and then by the time you get home and then you clean it up and send it off, it's like a good between 6 and 8 hours depending on the size of the store.
Easy.
And I'm just sitting in the middle of deli like, I just couldn't believe it. It was one of those days where like I'm dropping my tape measure, my glasses are falling, my hair was in my face because I got to get it cut, all that kind of. It was just like
what pisses me off more than anything is when I'm fixing a product on the shelf and I knock another product down, and then it's like you pick that up and you're like, okay, you fix it, and you knock another one down, and it's like, oh, I'm gonna fucking murder somebody.
That's exactly my day
so
today.
bad. And then I'm like, oh, am I just gonna get my period? Sorry, guys.
I don't know anymore.
Jerk.
Although I do have it in my calendar, and I think it was this week, so I'm probably still just emotional, but yeah, nothing else.
The worst.
I would have no idea.
I could cry over a package falling, and I'm just like, oh, I'm gonna freak out.
I do. I feel like I get like I want to cry, and then I just basically get mad and cranky.
Yeah.
Because then I got home and something else wasn't working, and I'm like, really? And then I lost an email, so I had to go back to like a supplier to ask a question, and I could tell they were like, write me back. And I just
my
felt
last email, Meredith.
Definitely. And they forwarded it like, this is what you said, and this is what I said as well. But whatever, it happens.
I mean, that's what happens
Nobody's
when you
perfect.
get 1,000 emails a day.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and I'm covering for 2 people.
Yeah.
Well, like 1.5.
Yeah. 2 people
our,
are on
our friend
vacation.
is covering another half. Yeah. The 40-year-old minimum wage.
That's disgusting.
Still don't make enough.
What is minimum wage in Illinois? $9.75 an hour,
Maybe.
right?
Yeah.
I think so. And I think federal minimum
Either way,
wage
it's
is
too
still only like $7.25 an hour. Isn't that disgusting?
It's unbelievable.
Who can live off? I mean, and you can give me the argument that a minimum wage job is for high schoolers. Fine. Then you only shop 4 to 8.
Yeah.
Somebody's got to work the job.
Yeah. I know. That's funny that you mentioned paycheck because these next few are all about it.
Fudge.
These would be movie titles working in retail. Honey, I Shrunk the Paycheck. Because where does it even go?
Honey, I had to buy a new uniform, so I'm only getting half my pay this week.
Another one says a few dollars more, but not for you. Broke to the future because you're still waiting.
That's enough to make someone like go postal. Like,
I know.
We're raising
Everyone's
all of
shaking
our
their head.
prices, but not your pay. But the CEO got a new yacht.
Yeah. I remember looking up one CEO and it was like 2.2 million.
Sick.
And that was like 15, 20 years
That's
ago.
nothing now. 2.2 million. Now they're like 20.2 million.
Oh, yeah.
Sick.
Jurassic Pay because your wages are stuck in the past. How about that one? How about the half-blood paycheck because it's only half of what you need to survive?
No, you gave half your blood to get it.
Yeah, yes.
You had to donate blood.
Definitely. The pennies of Madison County because that's all that's left after bills, it says. Dude, where's my raise?
That's a good one.
That's a good one.
We said that. I want a raise and a pizza party.
Paycheck impossible because surviving on it feels impossible.
Yeah.
A series of unfortunate paychecks.
I think we're making everybody depressed with this one.
I know. How about this one? Show me the money.
Yeah.
When corporate says no.
Yeah.
You can't handle the truth.
Yeah. You can't handle the pay.
You can't handle my pay.
They're like, if we paid them more, then they would become successful and move on with their lives.
Yeah.
And where would our workers be?
Yeah. Oh, we're on to movie quotes now.
Oh, geez.
Help me, I'm poor. That's from Bridesmaids.
Please, sir, may I have another scoop of pennies?
I'm just one stomach flu away from my goal weight,
Oh
like the
my
Devil Wears Prada,
God.
because groceries are too expensive, it says.
Yeah.
You get nothing. You lose. Good day, sir.
Yes.
That's Willy Wonka.
Yes.
I love that one. That's when he's like, oh, and his
You
hair
had
gets all
fizzy
crazy
drink.
like mine. Yeah.
You had fizzy lifting drink. You get nothing.
I'm never letting go. Titanic.
Okay, Rose. Just let me go. Let
This
me
job
drown
because
already.
of bills. We can't leave our jobs that pay minimum wage because of the bills we have. It's a hard knock life for us.
You didn't even have to change any words in that one.
No.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nope, that's the retail worker anthem. How about keep the change, you filthy animal?
Yep.
I wish
No,
I
you
knew-
would never say that. You'd be like, please don't keep my change.
I need all the change I can get.
Sometimes the guy at the liquor store, if you pay cash, like he'll just only give you the dollars back. And I'm just like, okay. Like, he doesn't
Really?
give any change.
Really? That's pretty funny.
I mean, it's usually just like whatever.
I wonder
like,
how much money he's made throughout the year doing
I don't
that.
even think I think he just doesn't know how to count change.
So he's just like,
He's like $4. That's all you get. Maybe you made some sense.
Yeah, I was just going to ask
Maybe you
that.
lost some sense, and it's like, cool. All right, see you later. I don't want that shit anyways. Gets in bottom of my purse and gets it all dirty.
It's in my car console.
Yeah.
How about, it says Brokeback Mountain. I wish I knew how to quit you, but rent is due.
What? Okay.
No,
All right.
I'll quit. It's not much, but it's honest work. That's an internet
Yeah.
meme, but still applies.
Yeah.
That's what I got.
Yeah.
Now we're going to go into the happy stuff of why choose a retail career.
I mean, sometimes it can be fun,
Why do people choose a retail career? What do you think?
Sometimes I feel like they think they don't have enough experience in anything else.
Mm-hmm.
Like, because generally it's a pretty easy job to get into. Like, they're always desperate for people. They will literally hire bodies just to fill the position, whether you know what's going on or not.
Yep.
And then another reason I think is because you like working with people,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love
I
working with
had
people.
a girl tell me today that she ultimately wants to be in HR. And I said, why would you do that? Nobody likes HR. And she goes, they don't. And I was like, whoa,
Oh, you young
where are
mind,
you
you.
from? And I was like, okay, like you like working with people. And she's like, oh my God, like I would love to help people find their place in the store and this and that. And I was like, girl, no. Like you just hire people. Like
Oh.
she's got such big dreams, so I didn't want to like crush it, but I was like, good for you.
Oh, what a
Okay.
depressing episode.
Yeah. Yeah. I wish well for that girl. I hope it works out.
What would you have, like, is she still in school going for human resources?
She just
or-
finished school, so she's just like working like a department area right now.
College. She finished college?
She finished college, yeah. And she's like getting married in a few months and this and that. And like her ultimate goal is to be HR for the store. And I was like, oh, okay.
Oh, that's a tough
Weird
gig.
Weird flex. Never heard
Yeah,
anybody
tough
say
gig.
that.
That's a tough one. I've heard the conversations.
I'm like,
And again, they don't have
so
closed
much
doors.
drama. Yeah, right.
It's all cubicles, so they
Yeah.
hear everything people are talking about. So accessibility and entry-level opportunities is exactly
Yeah.
what you touched on, so we don't even have
Yeah.
to talk about that. Fast-paced environment, another one with
Yeah.
people. People-oriented work,
Yeah.
another one, exactly what you said. Opportunities for growth. Depends.
I feel
I've gotten
like
very lucky.
me too.
Yeah. Some may
It's
not.
all in who you know.
Yeah.
It's
It's
pretty,
not what you know, it's who you know.
It's pretty clicky,
You think?
right? I do.
Yeah.
I've seen plenty of people in normal positions that are absolutely capable of being managers.
Mm-hmm.
And I've seen managers that are absolutely capable of being store directors. And it's like, if you're not in that clicky,
Yep.
then they're not even going to look at you. I feel like kind of, I don't know.
I feel
It's
like we had a
weird.
friend that worked where we met
Yeah.
for years and years and years and never got selected as a store
Right.
director.
Right.
And it's like, why?
And then he left.
Yep. And he
And
did
they-
all the work and he was always good. And
Yes.
he showed up
And he moved his family like 4 times for the company.
for the company.
Yeah.
And finally went off to be a store director
Yep.
somewhere else. And I'm sure is
Yep.
very successful
I'm
because
sure. Yeah.
he just has that drive.
Yep.
I always wondered why people were looked over. Well, I remember when they wanted me to go to another city and the district manager actually stopped at the store to talk to me.
Yeah.
And I said, well, it's further.
Yeah.
And it's the same role. So I was negotiating.
Right.
I would need more for drive because why would I do the exact same thing further away when I'm very comfortable and like the people here? He goes, and then he was going to promise me stuff. And I thought to myself, can't do it.
You type that up and you send it over and I'll think about it.
Yep. And they tried to send me a contract. I said I couldn't do it. It was the first time I said no to the company. And then I knew it was time to start looking because they just didn't value me.
Yeah.
You know, I showed up all the time.
They knew you were a hard worker and they wanted to put you where they could use you the most.
Yep.
You know?
Yeah.
Where I feel like other people kind of get shoved off into a corner somewhere and it's sad, you know?
It is. Yep.
Yeah.
I agree. Flexible schedules, but are they really?
No,
though? 'Cause
they
I
are
feel
not.
like there's a lot of blackouts. There's a lot of...
They want you available 24/7,
Open
Monday through
availability.
Sunday, and then they want to work you 20 hours.
Mm-hmm.
And it's going to be 5 4-hour shifts.
Yeah.
It's not flexible.
Yep.
As long as you don't mind stopping what you're doing, going to work for 4 hours and then coming back and whatever, you know.
Yep, they're going to hire you for part-time, but you have to have open availability because it depends on where they're going to put you.
Yeah.
So when I first started where we met, it was I would work at night, Clopen, right?
Open.
Cashiering
all the time.
till 11 o'clock, and then can you come open the store at 6? This is when we were 24 hours.
Yep.
It happened all the time. They would just fill me in on that. I was like, what am I doing? And here I am, still in retail.
Yeah, but this is better.
It is.
Way better.
Still
Monday
in
through
stores,
Friday.
but
Monday through Friday.
The schedule's better.
Yeah.
How about discounts and perks? I
No.
did always like the 10% that we got.
Okay, listen. The only thing you do when you work at a store is you spend your fucking paycheck on shit you don't need. You know what I mean?
What about during the holidays, though, when everything was a certain percentage?
Great.
I knew you'd be the opposite of me thinking that.
It's like, that's fine. Thank you for giving me an extra discount that we should have had at all times.
That's true.
You know what I mean? They were like, oh, well, anything general merchandise all year long, you can have 10% off. Because guess what? You don't need any of that shit.
Yeah.
So all year long, we'll give you shoes, clothing, furniture, blankets, bedding, whatever, fans. That's great. 10% off. Here, Christmas, we'll give you 10% off of your purchase for Christmas dinner.
Yeah.
You pieces of shit.
Okay, you're right.
You
As
know?
always.
Why didn't we have 10% off of the food also all year long?
Yeah.
Would it have killed that company?
That's true.
Doubt it.
Did we get 10% off of GM side?
Always.
Always. So that
Always.
was always.
Because you don't need any of that shit.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
Clothes,
I get it.
electronics,
Always 10% off.
always
but food,
10% off. But food, the one thing you need
only during the holidays. I gotcha.
only during the
That's
holidays.
right. That's right.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So
I agree with you. Passion for the industry. Some people just clearly like working retail. I mean, I do.
I feel like we had a couple store directors
Mm-hmm.
that
They just love it.
they liked it.
I'll be in it forever, I think.
Yeah.
Unless, of course, my books or the podcast get famous, then I'm out. But still retail.
Yeah, there's some people that, but also I feel like they got in at a good time.
Yeah.
You know, getting into retail 20 years ago and getting in now is two totally different worlds.
It's very different.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like there's just more people shopping. So you have 100 people that go through. Again, I'm doing this case study, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, it is.
Case study.
The case study, yeah.
Exactly. That's what I'm going to call it.
Yeah.
And I am by the grapes, let's just say, and one team member comes and fills them, but 100 customers come through
Yeah.
and grab them.
Right.
So then one team member has to come back, and that's just the grape section.
Right.
Like it was empty by the time
And then-
I got done looking at stuff.
The first time he filled it and everybody emptied it, then, you know, the regional manager came through and was like, why is all this stuff empty?
I just
and
filled
it's like,
yeah.
because you only allow us to have 2 people in the department
Yep.
per 8-hour shift. You know, like, what?
Yep.
Why do they think that, like, the pictures in the magazines are what it looks like in the store?
Right.
Like, everything's full and fresh all the time. No, it ain't.
Yeah, not all the time.
It's picked through by the end of the day, you know?
Have you noticed that your stores are a little bit slower because of spring break? Mine was
Yes,
today. It is a
but-
little bit less.
it's a different demographic because it's grandparents with grandkids coming through now.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, but not a lot. Like, I haven't had a lot, but I have been enjoying seeing these grandpas with their grandkids. Like, yes, you can get that sugary cereal. Yes, you can get that candy. Like,
whatever.
Let's go over here. Grandpa wants some bacon. You
Yeah.
know? Like,
That's
I get a
awesome.
treat too, you know?
Yeah.
So that I've liked that.
We have 8% on my computer, 6%, but I have a very funny
hurry up,
story.
hurry up.
I have a funny story. So I'm again, case study. I'm taking pictures and I have to step back and take pictures. But there was a retired woman. When I say retired, she's just going to work there until she's done with everything, right? Like full on white hair, everything.
Yeah.
Very sweet lady, very nice. But she was working very, very slow. So she has her box cutter and it's like we're doing the salad wall.
Fuck. I know
And-
what store you were at, and I know
Yeah.
exactly who you're talking
And it's
about.
totally fine because I was
Yeah.
very patient today
Yeah.
until I went to deli when I wanted to cry.
Yeah.
But, you know, and so I don't want to get people in my pictures. So I patiently
Right.
wait. I mean, you got to do what
Right.
you got to do, right? So it's very, very slow cutting. And then, you know, a couple bags up and then turn around. And, you know, I knew I was going to be waiting for a while. So I'm waiting for her. Then a customer comes around her and opens 2 doors and is standing there looking for what she wanted and was there for even longer. And the worker looked at me and went, and like kind of like shrugged her shoulders like, that's what we do here.
like,
We just wait.
Hey, I know you're waiting for me to fill this, but look at these assholes over here.
So it was kind of like, what do you call
God.
that? I don't even know.
I don't even know.
I was waiting on one
It just
person who
kept
was waiting on
building.
one person who
Just
was
kept
waiting on another
building.
person.
Good
Oh,
God.
gosh.
Yeah, I know exactly who you're
Yeah.
talking about.
Oh, man.
And
So sweet.
yeah,
But I was
she's
like,
so
now I'm waiting
nice.
on a couple people. And, you know, I did notice today that I feel like, and sometimes I do and sometimes I don't notice this. I feel like people intentionally walk toward you and to you and by you when you are trying to take a picture or they make it obvious that they don't want to be in the picture, but I'm waiting for you to get out of the way, like especially children.
Right. Yeah.
If it's an accident, if there's like the back of a child or whatever in my pictures, because I wait to make sure there's hardly anybody.
Yeah.
But you know what? It was taking so long that there are some, you know, back of heads and backs in my pictures because I couldn't wait any longer.
And
I would have still been there.
Yeah. Do you also feel like you will adjust your speed to try to get past somebody or wait for them to pass before you go?
Both.
And then people who don't do that, like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Yes. Yes. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yes.
I had a team member walk right up to me and she goes, "Did you get me in your picture?"
Oh my God.
I go, "No." She goes, I want to see it." I was like, "Absolutely."
Oh my God.
Yeah,
I
she
would
was
not
She
even
did not
care.
want her picture taken.
You're in public.
I know, but I get it. I get it.
I do not give a fuck.
Yeah, I don't.
You are
it doesn't-
literally on camera from the time you pull into
Yeah.
the parking lot until you leave the store.
Yep.
For that one company.
Yep.
Not to mention all the other speed cameras, red light cameras, storefront cameras. Like, if you are in public, expect to be on camera.
Do you know what that reminds me of? Is
What?
all the crime shows that we
Yeah.
watch. Because all of a sudden they have someone walking down the road. This is the last image of them. I'm like, wait, how
Yeah.
did they get that? There's
Yeah.
cameras everywhere.
Everywhere.
They're everywhere.
Everybody has Ring doorbell cameras now.
Yep. We got cameras all
Yeah.
around the house.
Yeah. There's cameras everywhere.
Yeah.
Get over it.
Smile. And then some people are fun.
Yay.
You know, so they're in those pictures.
They're like,
too.
do you want me in the picture? I'm like, not really. And they're like, fine. I'm like, sorry.
And I'm always like, sure. And then I pretend.
Yeah. You'll be in the magazine of the store one day. I just know it.
All right, we have 3% left.
Okay.
And I want to talk about top retail leaders and their journeys, but not their journeys. We're just going to talk about
Let's
a
gossip
couple
about
people
them.
and how much they make. So retail CEOs are usually 1 million plus. Regional and district managers, 250 plus.
A retail CEO? No way.
I don't know. So Doug McMillon is the CEO of Walmart, and so he's got a lot of money.
Yeah.
Jeff Bezos is another one. He's the founder of Amazon. Indra, the founder of PepsiCo. Indra.
Yeah, what the hell?
Nooyi. So, and then Katrina Lake, founder of Stitch Fix. I thought that was cool.
Yeah.
That was kind of cool. I don't know. Howard Schultz, former CEO of a Starbucks. So they're saying store managers, high-end retail is like 75 to 150. I don't know. Buyers and merchandisers, 60 to 120. E-commerce is 100 to 250. Commission-based
I feel like they're
sales-
lying.
Commission-based sales is 50 to 200,000. We got 2% left. Product and brand managers, 80 to 150. Supply chain and logistics managers, 90 to 200. Compare your salary to what ChatGPT is saying.
I don't make that much.
I have no idea. I don't even know if ours is on here. Let's see. Cashier is 150. Go check. Go talk to your bosses. Nah, just kidding.
$150 a week, she means. Oh, yeah. That's great.
Utility clerks, it says 125,000. Go check with your bosses. No, it doesn't.
I was like, $75 a week.
And they put up with a lot.
They break their bodies out there.
They have to do a lot.
They get hit by cars.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
Crazy.
That.
I mean, basically, this is all about thanks for what you do in retail today, I guess.
Are you guys all depressed now? I'm sorry. We're just going to call this Depresso Espresso.
There we go. Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah. I think so.
Thanks, everybody.
Okay.
All right. Talk to you next time. Bye.
See ya.
Yeah.